Let's see, our last question is on creatine and cold sores. This question is from Chris. Hey, Robb and Nicki, I'm a longtime listener and a fan of both formats, but super glad that you guys decided to bring back the Q&As. Each week I look forward to listening to your Jedi-like paleo wisdom. But enough about you, let's talk about me.
Indeed.
The vein of my existence since my late teens, the vein of my existence.
Should be vein.
Yeah. Since my late teens has been the occasional cold sore. I've been paleo cyclic ketogenic for about 4 years now, which has decreased the occurrence from about 4 to 5 times a year to only once or twice a year. Still, I absolutely dread the day that one of those little suckers shows up, and I do everything in my power to prevent that from happening. Since arginine seems to be an antagonist to the virus, I do my best to avoid it at all costs, and supplement with L-lysine as well. This brings me to my question, which pertains to creatine. I have been thinking about starting to supplement with creatine, but when doing research, I realized that it's actually made up of the 3 specific amino acids, methionine, glycine, and arginine. Now I'm worried that supplementing with creatine will cause a dreaded outbreak. Is this accurate, or am I overanalyzing? Would supplementing with lysine at the same time prevent arginine dominance in the cells, or is that nonsense? Any other tips on prevention? I've scoured the interwebs for an answer to no avail and would truly appreciate your input, Paleo-Wan-Kenobi. Thank you for what you do and keep up the good work.
So I'm perplexed by this. I'm not... Do you want to do a little Google searching here, wife? Yep. Creatine structure. Like, it doesn't make sense to me that creatine is made up of those... creatine structure, because it's a fairly simple, it's all the phosphate backbone. Where's the backbone to attach phosphates? Like, I don't get where the notion that creatine is containing arginine and this other, arginine in particular. So I don't think that that's an issue at all. One, he's doing great management using the lysine. You can use lysine, both topical creams. I'm blanking on the name of the outfit, but they have a lysine cream that you can use, and then just taking lysine prophylactically, with meals is a great idea. I don't think that the arginine is going to be remotely an issue in the case with creatine, because maybe he's looked at some formulas that have these other amino acids in the mix, but that is not the backbone of creatine.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Do cold sores happen when you're more run down? Like,
they absolutely
like
do.
When you're kind of
they absolutely do.
Digging. So maybe it's like trying to manage clearly sleep and all these other lifestyle factors to keep you more.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the more immunocompromised you are, the more likely you are. And it's one of those signs of things kind of going sideways. Arginine can definitely be a growth promoter, whereas lysine tends to be a growth inhibitor on the cold sore viruses. This is not, but to your point, it's similar to folks that they get shingles occasionally. Like somebody will get super run down, they get mono, and then on the tail end of mono, they end up with shingles because they're very immune compromised, and these viruses can sense when the immune system is somewhat compromised, and they will ramp up viral replication because they've got a little window of opportunity.
Might be interesting, Chris, if you kind of pay attention the next time you get one, like what were the 2 weeks leading up to that looking like? Were you super stressed and have like tons of, stuff going on in your life, and then at least you have
that baseline.
Yeah. And then if you feel yourself kind of going into a mode like that, you can kind of try to take a step back if it's possible.
For sure.
And do some self-care and...
Yeah, but as far as the baseline, like I don't see, unless I'm totally failing if I need my biochemist card revoked, I don't see how arginine is a player in the structure of creatine. So, yeah.
Okay. I think that was our last question for the week.
Cool. Okay. Cool, anything else?
I don't think so. We're trying to
bank some of these
up, just because summer is coming. Believe it or not, and our kids are going to be out of school, so it's
like Game of Thrones. Winter is coming, and chaos ensues.
Summer is coming.
Yeah.
So we want to try to make sure we don't leave you guys high and dry over the summer. So we're gonna, and it definitely will be a little more challenging with the kids home.
Yep, and we're going to be moving. So we will be attempting to bank these, but keep sending in questions. We will get to those.
Yep,
and
you can submit those at the contact page on robbwolf.com. And
most of the activity I'm doing online currently is at @DasRobbWolf on Instagram. We have some interesting stuff cooking though. Yep. We'll let you guys know about that more as that rolls out. So yeah.
Yep. And as always, our show sponsor this week is Drink Element. All of your electrolyte needs with none of the dodgy stuff. Oh,
and to that point, I just saw it this morning. Literally haven't even read the paper yet, but I guess the headline with the actual scientific paper is: Are you how much sodium are you consuming? ... Probably not enough. And just in the very quick glance that I looked at on that, it said that folks should be hitting at least 3 to 5 grams of sodium per day. Mm-hmm. There's probably some outliers, some exceptions around there, but this squares up very nicely with what we saw from the type 2 diabetic heart patients and the U curve in that population. With the low ebb of morbidity, mortality being at 5 grams of intake per day. So we're not crazy apparently recommending supplemental sodium. And from the results that people have been getting, it seems like it's working pretty well for people.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, guys. See you next time.